Yo, 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 yo! You already know another episode, big dog. New week. We got to go down with it now. Hey. I'm about to bring on my other co-host, JB Cuzzo.
Yeah, man, we back, man. Starting late as hell. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give them the best we got, though, man. You got that music loud, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Man.
teed
You
up.
already know, man. You already know how we coming, man. We turn, bro. We ain't about to be turned down for nobody, man. Shit. Hey, it's First Game Podcast.
Yeah. A lot
Season
going
2,
on. Still.
Episode 29. How's you feeling, JB?
Feeling pretty good. A lot of news today regarding Democrats and voters' feelings towards Democrats and new polls and some polls about Trump.
Facts, man. I'm feeling good too, man. You know, it's been a tough week. We done got through it. Hey, we here. It's time to get down to the business, man. This is you already know, man. The first thought, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the first thought where, we just get this show going. Questions about anything going on in this world. But this is the first thought, man. I'm about to give it to you. Cultural exchange has mixed traditions for a long time, making new and exciting things. The Silk Road trade goods and ideas like Chinese silk and Buddhism, which changed as it spread. Jazz came from African beats and European music in the US. Then it grew into styles like bossa nova in Brazil. Also, it shows in food. Taco started in Mesoamerica, added Spanish flavors, and become a global hit. The flavor curry went from India to Britain and turned into a local favorite. These are ideas that are spread across the earth that from different cultures. These show of sharing and create cool stuff that blends old with the new. And here goes the question. Is cultural appropriation always bad? Can it be appreciated and exchanged if it's done respectfully?
That's a tough one. No, it's not always bad because a lot of people keep complaining about what's the word I'm trying to think of? Representation.
Yeah.
Shit. So representation, they be wanting more representation. So when people give it to them, why call it cultural appropriation type shit? That's where I'm coming.
Mm, I mean, I'm on the same boat with that, man. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta look at what's being represented respectfully. You gotta look at that part. Is it really respectfully for somebody to have dreads? Because that's not actually a U.S. American hairstyle.
How is it not?
Well, I mean, derived from Rastafarian. That's actually, more of a religion type of hairstyle. But it carried over here. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like cultural appreciation towards that type of hairstyle. African Americans like it. It ain't like you disrespecting it, but it could be looked at disrespecting from a Jamaican person eyes.
I don't
So,
know.
but I'm not. I ain't saying that African Americans do it disrespectfully, but at the same time, it's just like it just carried over. It's a style, so it's like, dang, like if nobody not disrespecting it, it can be appreciated. But when people start putting that cultural appropriation on it, it's like, nah, that ain't always bad because it's some things that is shared.
You just can't be white. Or you could be black and do it, but if you any other race other than black, you just everybody got an issue with shit. But white people don't say nothing about black girls straightening their hair.
Facts. Beyonce walking around here with white hair, round blonde hair,
Blonde contacts,
all
colored
the straight
eyes,
hair.
all that shit.
Only reason I brought that up
But
because I
like I
saw something,
said,
man, that it caught my eye on that level.
you about to
So
run it.
yeah, I'm about to run it right quick. Cause it's like you said, man. If a white person do it, it's very you disrespecting us. And it's like how you know she just like she want her hair that color. How you know she just want to goddamn put some braids in? She got long enough hair to do it. Let me take it back.
That shit is ugly as we wear that shit.
It's braids.
Take that shit out now.
Are you being for real?
Take that shit out now.
Okay, what's your problem?
Take that shit out now.
You were dressed in the sort
But
of
take that shit out now. Take that shit out.
braids.
That shit is ugly as fuck.
It's going
That
good.
shit is ugly though.
Hey,
Like,
I'm
look
just-
at your fucking hair.
It doesn't look bad.
That's
Hey,
ugly.
please stop following us.
You know what I'm saying? We get that type of like some black people that's like ain't on a level of you know not being ignorant.
That was the craziest shit I ever fucking seen, man.
Yeah,
Like, how the fuck was that shit hurting her? Like, why did that bother her so much?
I think
Oh, that shit retarded, man.
I think it comes from like you know how like a little kid not playing with a toy or have a least favorite toy, but the little brother or little sister come along and start playing with it, and that's when it's like, no, that's my favorite toy. Or that's mine. That's what it gets to. It's like you start seeing people like, come on, it's just a braid. Matter of fact, a lot of black people has moved away from braids. It's hard to see that nowadays because if you wear braids nowadays, people gonna fire your ass up. Them short ass braids.
The Kawhi Leonard's.
Yeah, they put a label on it. So it's kind of like braids is kind of less like popular in the African American culture right now because you know it don't show no length. It make their head big forehead. A lot of girls use braids to put the laces up over it.
Yeah, put under a wig.
So it's like, dang. But when a white person want to get their hair braided, it's nah, you can't do that.
But they want representation.
But ain't
Like,
she
it's always
disrespecting
some begging and handout shit when it comes to these niggas. They know they don't create their own shit. So they get out here in these streets and protest and cry about what they supposedly the race they don't like. They need them to give them shit,
Mm-hmm.
give them representation, uh, give them DEI. No, man. Tired of it, man. I appreciate that though.
But I
That
mean,
first
like,
thought, but that shit was just terrible to see. Like, if
mhm.
I was standing there, I might have said something.
Yeah, of course, bro. Because it's like ain't like she went down the street trying to like she was wearing blackface, or it ain't like she was walking down the street trying to be a black person. All she said, I just wanted to wear this hairstyle.
Shit crazy.
Damn,
He
a lot of
always
y'all, a
the
lot of
dark,
girl.
ugly bit. God damn.
You can't do that.
Yeah, like who cares? Like you peep. You peep.
Nah, but it's and then that comes a problem too. How a lot of black people are more prideful in areas that it's like,
That don't make
do that
sense.
really is should that be important? Somebody
That,
looking at somebody wearing braids, is that important?
that's what I be saying. It's everybody focus on the dumb shit, bro.
Hmm.
That's why Kamala fucking thought she could put out these celebrities in front of your face because they know y'all focus on dumbass shit. I thought it was over though. You know what I'm saying? After this election, I
I ain't gonna
thought
lie though.
motherfuckers'
She,
head was on right, but
you right about that though. I thought the same thing too. That like getting Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo on stage was gonna get some black people. I really thought that too though, because I mean that type of mindset has lasted for a long time.
yeah.
But you gotta realize with that shit, it was just too many. You got the hardworking Americans that's tuning in. That type of stuff can get. I'm gonna say the low income hood, the dudes that ain't trying to make something for themselves, that don't look at politics as much as you should. Like for real though.
Like try to put yourself in their shoes, man.
Hmm.
Like what you don't know shit about politics.
Hmm.
You just know it's an election going on, and you
Yeah.
know everybody seem to be interested, but you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if they throw Quavo and Meg the Stallion in front of you, what you gonna do? What you?
I mean, that's I'm gonna say like this. Those type of people are easy to influence because if you're not paying attention to politics, you're gonna get that slogan out like they've been using. If they look like you, they talk like you, hey, they represent you. And they thought that shit was gonna fly. They thought that
Mhm.
shit was gonna be people standing in line. Black women standing in line with Megan Thee Stallion.
They was though. They was right there.
Hey, she brought some heavy hitters now. I ain't gonna lie. When she did that for Beyonce, I was like, damn.
Damn, had you nervous.
When she had Beyonce on that stage talking about freedom,
Hey, that
freedom.
shit was hard though. I was mad. Trump walked out to that shit. They made a big deal about it. Then
I,
Kamala had it. And they ain't say nothing. I was like, wow.
it was that type of America, bro. That type of America. The one that look at Trump like he was cultural appropriation. They try to make it look like he was just trying to take cultural things. He didn't represent for the rest of America.
What you think the Democrats' biggest problem is?
I mean, their biggest problem is they're not trying to find a solution, and plus they too prideful on what they think is the solution. You got people around them telling them that shit is not working. You got polls telling them, no, we don't want boys and girls sports. But they continuously default in that path of being not just having a solution or just not listening to other people. Even Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith said out of his own mouth, he can goddamn run. But what somebody else told him, no, motherfucker, sit your ass down. You don't know shit about politics.
Man, you know, I think it's just a little too far gone. They no, not they are. I think they don't want to. I think they want to move to the direction everybody else in, but they already went 4 years too far. So
Mm-hmm.
it's tough because the people that want them to fight Trump, fight Trump, no matter what, because he don't want trans to play with girls, and that's definitely not popular. but that's their base. That's who rock with them. So you clearly see when they try to do the common sense thing that'll make everybody like, all right, Democrats ain't that crazy. Like when Gavin Newsom had his podcast interview with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk got him to basically admit that trans in women's sports is unfair. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, we think that, but he already been a huge advocate for them. But for him to admit it is like he know it just showed that they know that shit crazy. It's just they just want to be nice to him. But it's not the popular thing in the country. And by him saying that, that base feel like he betrayed them. So now they turning on them because they feel like he moving more uh center right,
Yeah, they call it center
basically
right.
MAGA he- to get supporters for his presidential run.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the MAGAs and the Republicans, they don't really trust Gavin Newsom. They feel like he's just doing this to
Mm-hmm.
gain popularity. And the Democrats feel like Gavin Newsom is betraying them. So now he in a spot where this is the Democrat spot. That's why I use Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats in a position where if they try to move more to common sense, these people that's crazy left, trans, that whole pro Palestine,
Yeah.
they gonna not support the Democrats if they move more to common sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the other problem is the Republicans slash MAGAs ain't gonna really trust that they moving towards common sense. They think they being fake. You know how like wherever Kamala goes, she changed her voice.
Mm-hmm. She
And
trying to mold herself
yeah,
to the crap.
that's what the
Trying to play people, bro.
Republicans and MAGA gonna think when the Democrats move. They gonna like, man, them niggas, they just doing this to win the election. And the Democrats gonna feel betrayed. So they really in a spot where they gotta stick with the crazy, but the crazy not popular. And they can't move to the right because they gonna lose them and they don't got trust from the right. So it's like they really fucked, in my opinion.
I mean, one thing about life right now, you gotta lose in order to win. And I feel like these Democrats gonna have to keep losing until they find some type of solution to win. I mean, what Gavin Newsom did is not crazy, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be the only way it's fucking them up because you could tell that he got paid influence right now. That's what you could tell. That's the back of his mind. You could tell he got paid influence because if it took Charlie Kirk to go on his uh podcast just to tell him that shit was crazy, the next minute, yeah, you're right.
But they never spoke to MAGA people. You see how they tripping on Gavin just because he spoke to Charlie Kirk.
Just spoke that, and that I think that's kind of like a problem nowadays because us. That's why you get the radical right and radical left because you got people that's too loyal to the party. You got people that's too loyal to what they supposed to stand for. That's why I told Tukwe the other day, man. I was like, bro, take a break from politics, bro. Just take a break from it, bro, because it's not gonna be everything you got to be loyal to, and that sort of stance.
Another thing is I realized what MAGA was. Yeah, MAGA is considered Republican,
Mm-hmm.
but I think MAGA is Democrats that switched to Republican. That's why Trump.
Mm.
That's why Trump have issues with niggas like Mitch McConnell, them far right Republicans who don't care about war, who want a full abortion ban, like no abortion. Niggas like that, they don't want Medicaid at all. That's far right.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
But Trump is more. That's why Democrats agree. That's why, not agree, but that's why it is a rift in between the Republican Party. It's with MAGA and the far rights.
Hmm.
So, because they all former Democrats, so they got heart to Medicaid, cool, Social Security, cool,
Yeah,
but we still want to be America first.
I think that's the whole message, though. America first.
Yeah,
I think that's the whole message that's kind of like highlighted between two parties. Who is putting America first? And it's like, damn, like how did it get to the point that Democrats looked at put America first as a bad thing?
because they look at themselves as globalists. They want to be hands in everybody else's business. Want to be in groups just helping other groups get rich as us.
They want to be a hall monitor for the world.
Yeah, no, that ain't. And that cost us a lot of money and don't get us no money.
I mean, I'm gonna say like this, man. It probably would have worked if we wasn't fucked up right now. It's just like how people say, like when I got it, I got it. When I don't got it, you gonna see a whole different person. And it's like right now, man, we gotta be a whole different country right now because we don't got it. And I used to be in that spot too when when you give, and when I don't got it, ain't nobody giving me shit.
Right, so you learn. I gotta stop giving you motherfucking shit.
For
Hey,
real, man.
it's like it's a lot of people watching the fucking stock market. Like the stock market mean what economy is. That's
Mm-hmm.
just a big misconception motherfuckers be having. They think they looking at the Robin Hoods and shit in the stock market and saying what the economy mean. Our economy is getting better. Inflation is dropping. Prices are dropping. The gas is dropping. Um, and there's a lot of companies investing into the stock market is only reacting because the stock market it really relies on stability.
Yeah, consumer, right?
And when people don't understand tariffs and they never been in these situations before, it just caused a lot of uncertainty, and that's what's just going on in the stock market. But our economy is actually doing better. And I was listening to Scott Bessemer. He like in charge of the Treasury,
Yeah.
and he was saying that they already got countries talking about dropping their tariffs completely
Mm,
because of that due date April 4th. No, second, my bad.
yeah.
Or fourth. I'm gonna say second because
Yeah.
that's when Trump's supposed to do all the reciprocal tariffs. And he was like, it's already countries talking about dropping theirs just so they don't gotta deal with it because Trump held strong on Canada. He held
Yeah.
strong on Mexico. And they seeing like he ain't playing. So I'm feeling like we're gonna see a lot more growth come April 2nd. And if even he said it's a win-win, he said even if they don't drop the tariffs, us putting reciprocal tariffs in gonna just make us bring in hella bread.
Bring in hella bread, bring in hella companies that don't want that
So
tariffs, bro.
yeah,
I wasn't like I saw real too. Like it wasn't about just trying to keep control. It was just that we gotta bring these companies back. We gotta matter of fact, America first was the motto, but also too, the manufacturing was big. That's what was keeping us flowing. It's always the manufacturing, bro. When we got cars that's selling, that shit is good for us.
and then you got the leftist liberals. They protesting Elon and Tesla because he trying to save money for us. All it ain't like he getting the money. It's like they feel like the money he's stopping, he putting in his pocket. The money he's stopping is going back into our treasury.
Yeah.
And his car is ranked the #1 most American car. So they really just protesting American companies,
Also too,
American jobs. Crazy.
it's electric too, so it's helping the
And it's
green light.
electric and it's what they support. So it's just showing you that these people, like Trump said, I could find a cure for cancer, and they won't stand for that shit, bro.
Not for it.
Cause he cutting they fucking slush fund, all that extra kickback shit. I got a video. Damn, I got a video. Let me
All
look.
right, we're
I
gonna, we're
tell
gonna,
you
we're
what
gonna
it
get.
is.
All right, I'm just send it. I'm gonna goddamn get through the
No, I
rest of
already
this
seen
thing.
it.
Oh,
It's
y'all already
already
sent
in
it?
it say kickback vid right up under that. A Russian man sued Apple for turning him gay.
Hey, I forgot about that.
What?
Hey, you realize Apple starting to represent some type of people, man. I should
Man,
have covered that one. That was crazy.
it say kickback vid. It's gonna be a dude explaining how it was working and why they so mad. It's because they giving money to this shit to these nonprofits, and then them people donate to the Democratic campaign, donate it to the Democrats, and they just move around the bread. And now, if Trump stopped funding NGOs, they don't get their money.
Mm.
He was like, hold on, not that one. It say kickback vid at the top, bro.
Oh shit! I did the wrong one. Clicked on the wrong one. Clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this.
Yes. And so how, what can you expect? Well, let's look at the Department of Education. The federal Department of Education has a budget of about $280 billion a year. Less than 25% goes to educating our students. So where does the other $220 billion go? It goes to a bureaucracy. It goes to a consultant. And that consultant then donates money back to the Democrats. And then it goes to a different consultant. And then it goes to an NGO. I mean, it is money laundering and money churning at its absolute best. And you can look at almost every single agency and you will find it. So the brilliance of Doge isn't that he's going in and cutting spending. He doesn't have the authority to do that. We're the ones that have the authority to do that. What I want him to do is come up with a report, go through agency by agency by agency, identify every single program that we should not be funding, put a number attached to it. We slap a preamble on the front of that report, and we say that every single agency is having their budget cut by X amount as shown in the attached report, and none of those programs can go forward from here on out.
And this is why Democrats are losing their minds over Elon Musk. It's all about money.
Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk. Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. God bless Representative Harriet H. Mann from Wyoming. God bless you and your family. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
explains a lot why they trying to do all that, man.
like, what other reason when you know we in a
Cause man,
$36 trillion debt
yeah, cause it's
and we
like
gotta
just
cut spending?
like some of these congressmen supposed to be on like a 200,000, 100,000 fucking salary, but they worth goddamn 299 million. You be like, whoa, whoa, chill out, man. How you getting all that?
See, this is one way. I ain't gonna say it's the only way, but
It
that's
was the great
one
way.
way.
It was the great way. But let's get what I'm about to do, man. Let's get to the GG news, man, so we can get to this TV show, man. Fuck. All right. Yes, sir. GG news, man. Death Stranding release date announced. Um, It was a trailer drop for the Death Stranding has been released, highlighting the new gameplay elements. Uh, a 2026 release window, influence from Metal Gear. Um, it's from the Hideo, how you say, Jima latest
Hi-
project. It's getting a
Hideo,
lot of attention. You said what?
Hideo.
Hideo. I don't know how to say his last name, but that dropped. Um, Acclaim's unexpected revival. Y'all remember? You remember Acclaim?
What that wrestling?
Shit, they did like stuff like
Tony
Burnout. They
Hawk.
did, yeah, they did like NBA Jam.
Yeah, I remember them. I
Yeah,
remember them. I just can't.
but the long dead publisher Acclaim is known for titles like Turk and Burnout, reportedly starting to come back to life, raising curiosity about what projects they may emerge from nostalgic comeback. From this nostalgic comeback, I thought that was a company. um, Nintendo Switch 2's price speculations. Analysis predicted 400 price tag for the Nintendo Switch 2, fueling discussions about its value and features. With no official confirmation has came to Nintendo, the speculation has gamers debating the next gen console potential.
Yeah, like what is it gonna be? Graphical? Like
For
I don't
$400,
know. That's
goddamn,
cheap.
that's cheap, but 400, you gotta give me
Oh
some good.
yeah, you gotta give me a
You
something on that motherfucker.
gotta give me some goddamn $400 fucking. I mean, what you could take the controller apart.
Man, you gonna have to get hella Nintendo game. Straight Mario'd out.
Nah, that's all right, man. Boy, you have to. I mean, Nintendo has always been in this console war. They have stayed with it because I mean they Japan though, so they get their money across overseas.
Put a tariff on it. Nah, bullshit.
As well, shit.
Nah, Sony
But I
too.
mean that too. Do you think that's gonna cause like a rift with the PlayStation 6?
Depends on what the tariff on.
Cause they ain't
If
like
it's
got.
if it's on some parts made and that shit, yeah,
I know Sony Japanese, right?
yeah, they out of here.
So shit.
Hey, they gonna have to make that shit in the U.S.
Hope so.
We the ones buy all that shit
That shit going cause that shit could fuck up a lot of shit because just the
and keep
fact
it.
that how
We tight with Japan.
oh yeah, we good, yeah. They haven't joined no tariffs either.
I mean, if they got tariffs on us,
We just don't know about it.
we know about it. It's a list. It's hella country got tariffs on us.
I mean, I know about Nissan. That's a Japan car.
They gonna get it back. That's all I'm saying.
Honda.
Just drop
But
that shit.
so I don't think they ain't really, Japan is like we good. I guess the tariffs ain't affected them, man. That's what I'm saying. You already know that's GG news, man. We about to get into the cultural types of news, this stuff that's come across the net, man. The first one got, I got two right now. We're gonna speak upon this American Airlines drama that's going across. I ain't gonna say the world, but some of these states. It's just a lot of things that's going around the airlines. First one we got this guy named I don't know how to say it, man. Gina Augustine. Uh, this man claimed that demons followed him into American Airlines flight from Savannah to Miami, leading into a violent outburst where he attacked flight attendants and swallowed a rosary bead. I got the clip of that too, man. I got the clip of it, but this man went berserk on the airlines, man. He went berserk.
black guy.
This Savannah flight bound for Miami hit
Haitian,
turbulence
you know,
just
black.
moments after takeoff, and we're not talking about the skies.
Myself and my friend were talking, we're like, we could have to take this guy down.
Started violently shaking and screaming moments after takeoff. Rosenberg says the crew and passengers initially thought Augustin was having a seizure.
He started stomping his feet violently, like heavily, and screaming. It was kind of a chant. He was talking about devils and possession, and it was like, you have to kind of see it to believe it. Destroyed this other man's seat. Like, he kicked it and punched it and just buckled the seat completely over. He just charged the front doors of the plane, like swinging wildly.
That's when Rosenberg, his friend, and another man took Augustin down. Rosenberg says Augustin swallowed rosary beads while on the ground and was gripping onto his sister during the takedown.
She had a bun in her hair, and he grabbed a hold of her bun in her hair, and he grabbed hold of her pants and wouldn't let her go. So they tased him once, twice, 3 times. He still didn't let go. At that point, they had to cut the woman's hair to make him let go.
Rosenberg says Augustin was arrested while his sister sang what sounded like hymns.
They were possessed. That was a very, very, very disturbing scene. Like, I've seen a lot of stuff in my life. That was probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
The crazy thing about that too, his sister felt like the outburst was justified. She said because he hurt anyone because he hurts evil. The sister also said the evil spirits had followed him into the plane, and they were worried about him making to Haiti. This question I got to you, JB. What strategies can an airline implement to better identify and support passengers with mental health conditions, considering the challenges that outlined in this psychiatric studies regarding air travel for individuals with mental disorders?
Damn,
That's tough right there, though. That's tough.
it ain't that tough, but it's tough. I mean, you just gotta hope for the best. It seems like you can't do a brain check on everybody,
No, can't do that.
but you can create a situation where if it's known these people have mental conditions and you didn't disclose it, you should face some kind of consequence.
Like I said, that is a tough one, but at the same time, man, shoot, man, like dealing with mental health, man, you have to like engage on certain questions, man. Is everything all right? Or they can probably do some type of survey. That's just my thing.
I mean, if you can book a flight, you could be the survey.
Yeah, you can, but at the same time, maybe it be like maybe it be like maybe it's like one of them surveys you gotta do it before you take off. Like, are you all right? Do you know today's Tuesday? Something like that.
That's gonna do it. Slow the process.
Hey, motherfuckers nowadays going crazy before they take off nowadays, man. These motherfuckers you can't. That's the thing about it though. You can't have that type of outburst happening while it's going, like while the plane riding. 'Cause that's even more dangerous.
Or you should have excuse me. You know how flight attendants always on flights all day.
Yeah.
You have a medical flight attendant. And a law enforcement flight attendant to handle those situations. Each flight should have a medical and yeah, that falls under medical, but they should have that on the flight and security. That's the best thing I could tell you. You can't check everybody each flight all day. So create a lot of jobs.
Basically, Grope saying the same stuff too, like staff awareness, pre-flight self-reporting options. Also, in-flight protocol. It's basically the things that we basically saying. Like you said, goddamn, check on them. I say give some type of survey. Grope said that too. Like, can't really do too much about that. Let me get to the next one, then, man. It just came across that one when I saw that video. I was just like, man, because it really like struck me because that was the whole thing too.
Could be
Shit,
that
immigrants.
voodoo. They said it was.
Goddamn
Hey,
immigrants.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got an immigrant story, bro. I seen a Venezuelan immigrant. I went to where do we go to get that shirt? The black shirt. I went to I think I went to Burlington to
Yeah.
get me a shirt. And I was in the line and there was a fucking Venezuelan fucking illegal immigrant just in there looking fucking retarded. He had a fucking a bandana on his face, blue, a red hoodie over, and all I saw was his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
And he was just standing there staring like this. Not at me, but at like this thing that I was like right here, but he was standing in front of me. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? So I was in line, and later the damn alarm went off. Dun, 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 dun. And I see this nigga walking out, and then the security chased after him. I was like, yo, that nigga is an immigrant over here stealing shit. It's crazy, bro.
Nah, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy how you spotted out an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, I seen him. I know what a fucking America look like.
Oh man.
Man,
That
that
boy,
motherfucker
he
was.
illegal. He got on a scarf.
Man, you would have seen him, you would have known. You'd have been like, yeah, he
He
looked just
stand
like,
out.
yeah, that motherfucker stand out. Call me what you want. I know what the fucking legal immigrant look like.
Let's get to the next one, American Airlines incident. Okay, this American Airlines incident, um, American Airlines incident was Flight 1006, Boeing 737-800, which diverted to Denver International Airport on March 13, 2025, due to engine vibrations and caught on fire while taxiing. Um, while taxiing, ground crews at Denver International Airport responded promptly, resulting in 12 passengers being treated with minor injuries. Man, we got some footage on that one, man. Shit, that's it all at the end.
Well, it doesn't look like we're flying out today, Val.
Don't laugh too hard, it might impact everyone.
Yeah.
I agree with what she said.
Good.
Weird,
That's
man.
quick.
I don't know what's going on with the airlines, man.
Bro, this is funded stuff, man.
Government funding.
Think people doing this to make Trump look bad.
All of a sudden, could be all of a sudden, or it could have been something that shit's been looked over and we ain't been focusing on it. Now it's got
That's wild.
We need preventive maintenance on it. I don't know. It's insane. Seeing that video, man. Seeing this video, it's been an increasing frequency of aviation incidents this year, including this fire on American Airlines Flight 1106. What specific safety improvements do you think the aviation industry should prioritize to restore public confidence in the
Nah, I
air
just
travel?
love to see you going through dress.
Um, One thing I think they should just start, like I said, man, they should start improving that pre-trip, man. We got to get that back to get right, man.
Well, like I said, I feel like there's something fishy about that. It's like why does just all of a sudden start happening now? Stuff like this. Unless it's just been going on and they just didn't feel like it was news.
I mean,
But it's just
unless
weird after the whole DEI cut from the FAA and now they wanna stuff like this going on. It's like they trying to make
unless
people
they ain't getting
regret.
paid enough for something, motherfuckers are not trying to stay. They need more mechanics or something.
Or we can't rule out the fact that it's terrorism. Like, bro, these
Mm,
Democrats been doing this to Tesla.
you think they sabotage?
Nah, I think it's protest, man. You remember the other day?
Yeah.
I was like, tell me one thing the conservatives protest like where it caused violence and damage.
Mm,
And the only thing you can't say is January 6th, but how bad was that?
shit,
And
that shit was orchestrated by the feds.
so that's what I'm saying. But other than that, I can't see conservatives. You can see these liberals fucking protesting. Elon, they shooting up the showrooms. And
Mm,
if they shooting up the showrooms, why would we not think that they could be starting fires at the plane shit?
so
But these
you trying to
people are crazy,
so you
man.
going deeper than that. So you think it might be some type of BLM orchestrated
Yeah,
attack?
one of these group Antifa, these
Mm,
like, bro, they destructive. Like the Democrats, when they don't get their way, they are destructive to the country.
I mean, it is kind of it's too coincidental how these all of a sudden riding on an airplane is dangerous and unsafe. All of a sudden, I mean, Bo was like that. Spring, I mean, like you said, it could be on some things that it was not focusly like it wasn't important. Like nobody didn't focus upon it because you got to think about it. They only been showing Spirit, Bowie, Bo,
It
Bowie.
this shit only happened in the blue states, bro. Denver, Colorado, blue,
Mm,
Canada, shit, liberal, New York crash with the what that was New York.
it was in Toronto.
No, well that's Canada. I'm talking about the one where the military helicopter hit the
Oh yeah, I know you talking about. Yeah, I think that was like Philly, Philly.
bruh, blue. That's why I think it's um them type of protests, bro.
I hope not, man, because that's. I mean, at this point, bro, it's like all this disruptive like behavior going on. Why ain't nobody getting arrested, man? Like, if we're gonna talk about January 6th, motherfuckers got arrested on the spot.
Well,
If we're gonna
like
talk
I
about like,
said, this this pro Hamas guy was here on a green car. He was you know what I'm saying, protesting, talking about free Palestine. And he he got arrested and his green card revoked by Marco Rubio, and he got it revoked because they said you can't be pro terrorism and have a green card. So they
mm,
took it, arrested him, and these white liberals that's pro Palestine and free Palestine, uh, they got to protesting at in New York at Trump Tower,
Um,
all in the lobby, and they was getting arrested. But people feel like it was funded by some George Soros shit.
mm, I had my comment about that, man. I just felt like people say, man, like everybody said, bro. If you was supposed to be here in this country to get a better education, I mean, I understand where your home state at. I understand where your home country at, or your political views. There's always to do it though. It wasn't the fact that he just protesting. Well, first of all, a goddamn terrorist organization. It was the fact how he did it and how unsafe he made people. This wasn't no thing people looked at and accused. This was students on that campus saying they felt unsafe.
I just feel like you don't need to come over here if you ain't willing to leave that shit behind. Like when you decide you want to come from somewhere else and be in America,
Yeah,
you got to be deciding that all that shit, you gotta leave that shit there. Ain't no, I'm coming over here and gonna protest for y'all over. No, you do that shit, you should go.
yeah, you ain't lying.
Serious, bro.
You ain't
Them
lying.
niggas should be forced to rock with whichever president in in whether it's Democrat or Republican. They need to be forced to agree with everything the president say. If you're an
Yeah, I
immigrant,
mean, yeah, you talking about my
Mahmoud,
Mahmoud, yeah, Mahmoud Khalid,
yeah,
Palestine graduate student from Columbia University was arrested by U.S. ICE. Um, um, he completed and got his master's degree. He got it for international public affairs. I mean, he said he holds a permanent um, resident green card. He was married to a U.S. citizen who was 8 months pregnant.
yeah.
I mean,
But he's pro Hamas.
and that was the downfall. That was
It
the
don't matter what you do. If you ain't here, you're not a citizen. You here on a green card.
hmm
That shit, a green card is not a right to you. You can get that shit revoked. And that's what I'm saying. That's the thing these people gotta start realizing. If you over here on green card, you gotta tread lightly. You ain't like us. You don't got the same as us who are actually citizens.
and also
Elon Musk is a citizen. You
who's
here on a green card, you not. You still can lose that.
true. It was also the fact that we got all this high tension, not only from the Democrats, we got it from immigrants, we got it from people that want to have their voice over stuff overseas. I mean, but do you could you say that was a violation of first freedom of speech?
That was not a violation of freedom of speech
That wasn't. Why you feel like that?
because he's not a citizen and he's
Mm,
supporting a terrorist group who we are at odds with,
mm,
and he's from that area,
mm,
and he's only here because he got a green card for school purposes.
mm. And he married a goddamn American girl.
Yeah, and you gotta learn that you can't be a terrorist in another country and want to come over here and go to school and marry somebody and think you can promote that terrorism group you came from over here.
I think that was a downfall for him. I mean,
Bro. It's just sending messages. That's all
you
we
can't do
doing.
that. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I wouldn't even try to fuck with goddamn United States like that, knowing that it's like tensions around the world and people goddamn having some way about it. Me, to be honest, bro, I hate the fact that we got. I mean, ain't no wrong giving your comments about certain situations, but to feel strongly about another country problems as if they homeland, it's like, man, come on, bro. Look at where you at right now, bro. We got to focus on our own problem. There was different students that got, I think, deported. Um, Rajani Sir Vasan, he was an Indian doctoral student in urban planning. He got his F1 visa revoked by DH on March 2025. He allegedly was same thing, evoking violence and terrorism and pro-Palestine protests. Um,
And it's the fact that they aren't allowing this. It's okay. They at school doing this.
yeah,
They are interfering with the other students who not doing this.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's other students that felt like this shit was dangerous.
And you think you here on the green card can come over here and stop what another student doing? And you can't dress it up. You could try to defend it all you want, but
To be real, I just think that Trump did that on some safety type of shit. Like you said, bro, it's like, come on, it's other students that was there that felt unsafe, and they American students, shit. It's probably majority of American students looking like, yo, they over here protesting a terrorist organization, so you gotta go. But that's one of them. That was a crazy news that you come across nowadays, bro. Speaking of what we used to talking about Elon, that shit that happened too with Elon. Um, Elon said X was under cyber attack. Elon Musk claim about an IP address linked to Ukraine comes from a large cyber attack on X. However, cyber security experts, including the UK former chief, argue this evidence is unreliable since the DDoS attacks use botnets with global IPs, usually from the attack's origin. Um, I got a clip for that one too. But the hack, the hacktivist group Dark Storm claimed responsibility for the DDoS attack on X, stating a pro-Palestine agenda and targeting NATO countries like Israel and their supporters, adding complexity to Musk's um, uh, um, attribution to Ukraine. And I got a clip for that one, man. Damn, I got a clip for that one. But once again, bro, you hear that Palestine stuff going on. Hey, you can't be doing that inside. Can't do that in the state, bro.
There was a cyber attack on X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced.
Yes.
It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
There was a cyber attack on X today.
Since Elon Musk said the cyber attacks on X came from IP addresses in Ukraine, but a group called Darkstone, which support Palestine, took credit over it. How does this confusion, who's really behind these attacks, affect people's trust in online platforms and relationships between countries?
I don't know. You can't really trust that. It's internet, everything connected.
Me, I'm looking at the fact, like you said, bro. all these dang countries come to U.S. for help. All these countries probably is under the same network, but it can get fucked up when it's high tension across the world. And I mean, I ain't saying Elon doing nothing wrong, but he ain't helping the situation pointing at the country. So it's a lot of confusion right now. But also too, it's at a point that damn, some of these countries might have to get cut off from these platforms like Facebook and all that, just suspended. Cause you got one Palestinian people saying that we did it, we the ones who hacked against Elon Musk. Then you got this other situation is Ukraine saying, nah, we ain't do it. So that type of confusion can fuck up how we look at certain countries. And possibly it could, goddamn, prohibit some countries from getting our help. Like that Starlink might have to go off in some of these countries.
Yep.
Oh God.
What we got, man? We started late, man. We gotta get to the man. Oh, he already said though. We gotta get through this.
All right, ready to go. I feel you. InfoWars reporter murdered. Jamie White is a journalist for InfoWars, was tragically murdered outside of his home, Austin, Texas, on March 10th, 2025. Alex Jones reported this incident was has since garnered widespread and prompted calls for justice. The Austin Police Department believes White was shot and killed while interrupting suspects that were possibly burglarizing or stealing his vehicle. The police classify as a random attacks unrelated to his work. Uh, Austin, Texas has a violent crime rate of 3.337 per 1,000 residents, which is above the national average. In 2025, crime related costs in the city are expected to reach 515 million citywide, or approximately 223 per resident. In recent years, Austin has seen variation in crime rates, with some areas like Northwest Austin being safer, while Central and South Austin have higher crime rates. What do you think the Austin police should focus on to figure out what really happened to Jamie White and make sure the people are held accountable, especially with Alex Jones and White family having different ideas about what happened?
Mm, you just let the police do what they do, man. You fund them, you don't cut funding, and so they can have better to do these investigations. A lot of these police don't want to do the work no more.
Hmm.
They don't got no trust. Uh, they don't have funding. They don't have real leadership. I think Austin, Texas is where Al Green, the guy waving the cane, I think that's his district.
Like, once again, Democrat
It
leaning
might
that way
be
too.
allegedly. I don't. He might be over Houston, but it's just like um, I just don't want to go too hard at the law enforcement because they not funded. It's like they want you to go play running back, go head up, bow, 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 and tell you that the longer the season go, they want to take money away from you. Man, don't nobody want to go out there and run with that. So I think we just get half-ass police work because they morale low.
I mean, one thing I say about Austin, man, if y'all gonna solve the crime, go ahead and solve this crime, but arrest the people, bro. If you claim that the attack was non-relevant towards the InfoWars and what they stand for, please, you gotta goddamn solve the crime, bro. Cause like right now, it's kind of feeling like there is some deep state people in this organization or administration. Just the fact that it's a lot of exposure that's trying to be kept under doors, like across door or not across door, but it's not being open. So it's like one thing I feel like they should gonna have to, they gotta focus on goddamn solving this crime, bro. Because Infowars is like a controversy platform like conspiracy. So it was a matter of time for Alex Jones to feel some type of shaking up on the other side, especially with all this stuff going on, man. But they just got to focus on solving this.
People like Alex Jones, Charlie Kirk, Tucker Carlson, Elon. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they need to travel with some kind of security. These people, I'm telling you, bro, they don't get their way. You get like the Luigi guy. See how they supported the Luigi guy? That could have been foreshadowing how he just walked up and killed someone. I was just saying, man. They was the ones who supported this dude. They the ones who went to his GoFundMe and boosted the hell out of that motherfucker. They the ones who think he could win this case for some reason. I'm like, man, yo, these people would do anything to stop Republican, conservative. They don't like that shit. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's the one
I
thing that's
don't get
fucked
it.
up about Infowars. They already had so many enemies that could possibly hit the list.
Because
I mean,
Infowars did a lot of exposure too.
yeah, so it's like around this time you can't really pinpoint. Only thing you can is just like it's time sensitive right now. Can't say it, but it's hard to point at who the last person you exposed. Like
Alex Jones was the dude who got the secret video of that Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
So
it's hard now, but I know he's shaking up, but
I don't know, man.
He might be shaking up though. I mean, you gotta feel like some type of guilt of, damn, this motherfucker worked for me, and he's dead. That's all, and like that's the thing that might shake him up a little bit.
Getting close.
Cause that's like if we got there was on some exposure shit, and next minute you like, damn, Tupac got shot. Nobody don't know why he got shot. Could have been something random, but it's like, damn, we've been in the business of exposing people, and somebody said, fuck these niggas.
Exposing powerful shit.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
You know, I came across this video right here, man. It was, to me, it was kind of getting crazy because it's like I'm looking at the school system. I'm looking like, damn, this shit kind of shit that goes on.
Why she talking out on babies? Why was this fucking crashing out on a hydroflask is crazy work, man. Oh no, babies. Bro, tell you guys, chill the fuck out, damn, nigga. Oh, yo. Nigga, knock him out. Oh my God, knocked out, bro. She's knocked out, bro. Yo, nigga. She's trying to hit that nigga.
Jeez. 14-year-old girl and boy at Jihu Middle School in San Bernardino, California, were charged following a physical altercation. The girl faces felony assault charges, while the boy faces a misdemeanor battery charge, according to Colton Police. Community groups are feeling some type of way because they felt like the girl charges should be dropped and claiming that she was a victim. The police asserted and they found out she was the aggressor, attacking the
That's
boy
exactly
with
what I
a
was
metal
thinking.
bottle and a laptop, prompting his defense response. Now, this is my question to you. Should the boy who knocked out the 14-year-old girl at Jehu Middle School should face um, misdemeanor battery charges, or his actions should be considered self-defense, especially given the police statement that the girl was the aggressor and attacked him with a metal bottle laptop? How
Yeah.
should oh
Nah, go ahead.
I'll say, how should these schools and the legal system balance protecting victims of aggressive with ensuring availability? I mean, accountability for physical responses, particularly when racial and gender dynamics are involved in the public perception in this incident, in the incident.
First off, I'm gonna leave the racial and gender piece out. And but yeah, me watching that, I was gonna give two perspectives. He
He handled
no, was being aggressive. He was the aggressor, but I had another perspective.
it.
He said something to her, and she got overturned like she was gonna beat him. And he probably laughed, and she hit him with something, and he just grabbed her, and she wouldn't stop trying to scratch at his eyes, his glasses, and he just trying to hold her head back. And it reached a point where he just earned his misdemeanor charge. But I don't see what
I don't
else
know
he
what
should
happened.
do if she coming at him like that. Like you seen her trying to grab the boy eyes and glasses while he like, yo, chill, get off me.
I
He
just
was.
look at. I mean,
I
my
don't care
perspective.
about it being girl and boy. He ain't
Mm,
beat on her. He just was trying to keep her off.
yeah.
That's what you gotta teach your daughters. Like, stop thinking you can just walk up and put your hands on a boy because you mad.
Mm,
And he ain't beat her. He just held her head back, held her down, tried to put some force behind it to scare her to stop, maybe. But shit. I don't think he knew that she was gonna be knocked out. I think he did it, and then it happened, and it was kind of like, damn. But it already had happened. I don't think he intended to knock her out like
Hey,
that.
they
He was just
investigated
upset.
though. They investigated.
And they investigated it, and it's witnesses, and that's what it. We just saw the actual altercation. We ain't see what led up to it.
Yeah, they investigated. They said,
He
bro,
got
deserved. He
what
got. She got the felony.
from what he did. Wasn't that a misdemeanor charge? Didn't we watch it?
That was a
All
misdemeanor.
right,
She got felony.
because she attacked him with a few weapons. I think you saw on the video she threw the damn laptop at his damn head.
I mean, this is my perspective about that. Like I said, like you said, man, just throw away all the other shit with male and female. It's just the fact that, goddamn, what the fuck the teachers at? Where the fuck
Yeah,
somebody
like
would say something about this shit? Like, that's why Department of Education getting closed down now, because it's too much money going to education, and education is not the outcome. You got kids fucking failing. You got kids that's goddamn doing TikTok videos, but
kids crying over racial injustice.
it's supposed to be like 285 million towards fucking the education, but it get cried out. It get cries all over about tear down Department of Justice. Department of Education. Tear that shit down. And it's, you trying to knock off education. No.
Bro,
It's
what you
useless.
think? She probably felt like she had the right to say or do whatever she wanted to do to him because a black woman. I put my hands on you, and you better just sit there, or you got little dick energy and shit, man. Like,
it probably was some shit like that, because you could tell the way he was like saying about, it was a lot of
Chill the
Shouts
fuck
about
out.
black girl and shit like that. Or after it was like black girl, he said something about black girl. Like you trying to make it look like I'm the one that's wrong because she a black girl. You know you get that in school. You know you got that in school.
Yeah, bro.
But that's why I was like, I was looking at the fact that
No, I just
what,
know how it is.
yeah, that type of shit always happen, bro.
Like, bro,
But it's got to go
people,
back to the damn adults. Why the
human
fuck this
nature is the same.
classroom wasn't supervised? Like that's what it is nowadays. Leave the fucking room and put the kids on laptops, and that's how they learn.
I mean, we ain't gonna act like it ain't time where the teacher gonna step out the room for a second. They did used to make kids take names.
Yeah,
I guess them two just had a whole bunch of checks by their goddamn name.
that too. I mean, I know it's gonna be time that a teacher.
I ain't about to blame the teacher for not being in the room at the moment. It happens. Like
I mean, it happens, but also too, man. What are we paying these teachers for? And they the ones who screaming that they should get paid more.
What you talking about? That, bro, I've been in the classroom where a teacher stepped out and nothing happened, and it's not no big deal.
But we
That's
talking
just
about right nowadays where the education kids are failing, kids ain't doing good in school. You got
that comes
that type
from
of
what you
video.
teaching, and that comes from what you teaching and what you focused on. If you ain't focused on arithmetic and English, and you just focused on social justices and they, them, and them pronouns and being accepted and learning about all that instead of what we, all that other stuff gonna drop if you put.
And the teachers are getting blamed for it.
It's the Department of Education.
I mean, it's that too, but it's also the teachers too.
It's a
Nowadays,
teachers
because it's
union.
like we ain't got enough teachers that's teaching because they feel like they ain't getting paid enough. And you see shit like that, it's like, why should y'all get paid enough?
Yeah, why should they get paid if you ain't doing your job?
Like that shit crazy. It
But
shouldn't. That
I
shouldn't
ain't
have went
about to
down like
put
that.
the grades and shit under this category. This category is just not this. This category is just behavioral.
It's a little bit of behavioral. It's also a little bit of what a teacher's supposed to be
If
doing.
you in a school where a teacher can't step out of the classroom without this happening, and you gonna blame the teacher, then the school is terrible in the first place.
I mean, it ain't hard. I mean, I'm saying like this. It ain't all the way the teacher's responsibility, but at the same time, they are the adults in that classroom. They the ones gonna have the most power. Well, shit, they supposed to have all the power.
We don't know if they was in there. It don't seem like that they was in there. It just seemed like another kid had their phone recording it, and the teacher was out the classroom for a second. We don't know if they was talking to another. We don't know if they was talking to another parent. All right, so if you a teacher,
yeah,
and a parent come outside your door about something, and you step out to talk to her, that can happen.
And that is a what if. But at the
I'm
same
just saying,
time,
I'm
if
just
it's
saying
a
we don't know
classroom,
why.
it's supposed
But
to be a
who would
teacher.
you put in charge if you had to do that?
I put the teacher. I put the teacher in charge.
I'm talking about if you're the teacher.
If that's your classroom, you should be a teacher.
No, if you don't hear what I'm saying if you the teacher, and a parent comes to you and y'all step out in the hall and go down the hall and discuss some things, and you tell the class, "I'm stepping out." Yo, you take names and all that bullshit, and that happens.
We don't know if that happened or not. We just see a classroom.
We talking about what if situation?
But it's a what if though.
Would you? That's what I'm saying. Would you blame yourself if you're the teacher and that happened, or you be like, I was in the hallway, I bet. Like, what do you do? That's just gonna happen.
So the principal, who the principal gonna blame in that situation? That a classroom is being unattended.
The parent.
The parent. So the parent gonna get blamed.
No, I'm saying I'm asking you, like, who you gonna blame? The teacher for talking to a parent, a concerned parent?
I mean, if that's the situation, at the end of the day, if we're looking at a classroom where it's a whole bunch of unattended children, the teacher's that's what everybody's question was. Where is the teacher?
I'm
Why
just
ain't no teacher
saying,
around?
I'm gonna blame the principal for having a school where a teacher can't step out the hallway for a second without the class doing that.
Cause that's
I'm
the whole thing that's going
I'm gonna
around.
blame the
That's
school.
the
So
whole thing.
I don't see how what if I'm not in there, what I could do about
I'm
that.
saying it wasn't no teacher present. We don't know why the teacher was there, and that's the problem. If we're gonna take all this education and stuff importance, we gotta look at these teachers. What is being taught? Why ain't these kids are being taught? Why is the kids?
You putting it like the teacher was doing something.
I'm looking at the fact that it's a classroom, and I know a teacher should be in that classroom because it's a class, it's school. It was at a middle school. That's what I'm looking at. At the end of the day, it's gonna be that question of why wasn't the fucking teacher around? But it could have been a possibility the teacher didn't come in that day because they felt like they ain't get paid enough. Who knows? But it's always gonna be that. That is the question of why the fuck wasn't no teacher there. But I mean, it is what it is, though. Really, but it was just that type of.
Everybody looking for some blame to put.
Oh yeah,
blame the parents, man.
I mean, in that sort of state,
your kids supposed to know how to damn sit down. It was other kids in there that was sitting down. So,
I mean, that is what it is.
That's like me blaming my job for my behavior or something like that. It's like, yo, where was y'all at when he was acting like that? Why y'all let him act like that?
I mean, but that's at the same time we send our kids to school under supervision of another grown ass adult that's getting paid to watch them. They're getting paid to give them knowledge. We are paying them too because we're taxpayers too.
And
so they should be accountable.
And they send their kids home, and the teacher send the kids back home for you to make sure they come to school with sense.
Because I mean, at the end of the day,
to make sure they come to school to learn. It ain't their job to raise your kids for you just because you give them money.
I mean, at the same, you can't raise them. But at the same time, that is a school. You get hired.
Yeah, and schools teach. Schools teachers not trained to be security guards and self-defense coaches and all that shit. They there to teach kids who need to teach. Them kids, what schools do is they suspend kids that do shit like that. So the school gonna do what they do. Them kids gonna get suspended in trouble like they did.
Yeah,
and the teaching them,
that.
like I'm not about to blame teachers or any other adult for that. You can't control what a kid do.
But that is kind of like a symbol of what's going on in America in these side of these classrooms and why most of these teachers or most of these students are not passing because we got nobody to teach them. But that's going on at the end of the day. I mean, we're about to get to the political news, man.
Man, I'm gonna have to get out of here, man.
I got you.
Shit. Appreciate the first game, man. Got a lot going on, man.
I understand. Yo. We about to get into some political news, man. First off, man, it's getting crazy nowadays, man. You can't really tell how these Democrats is going down. You don't know how these people are, adjusting to Trump's implement of rules. But nowadays, you gotta look at the facts, man. Trump's doing his right thing. He's doing a great, good thing around this country. Gas prices has reached their low in 4 years. Gas prices has dropped a record low. And that's great. That's good. Because people try to talk down at the fact that, the economy's doing bad. The economies ain't doing good. And people are trying to make sure Trump ain't doing his job, man. And it's alarming. It's alarming, bro. If you look at the past years of what's been going down, that was been the biggest thing. How we look at the economy. If you look at it, it said U.S. Energy Information Administration data showed the lowest average price for gasoline was 2.4 per gallon in 2016, and monthly lows dipping down to $2 in 2020. 1.66 in June. Adjusting to the inflation, February 2024 saw a record low, a Henry Hub natural gas price, but that's a wholesome, not retail at the pump. Current forecast right now is the annual average of 3.20 to 3.22 cent, which is lower than the 2024 $3.3, but still above the historic lows. And that's good right now, because you got all this ridicule, Trump not doing anything. You get all these claps from people looking at how things are moving so fast. People try to say, "Oh, Trump, he was supposed to get the he was supposed to make sure the economy good in like less than 30 days or less than 2 days." Nah, he supposed to gotta give him time. You gotta give him time. And that's the whole ridicule of the other side. We can't look at the fact that you gotta have time for that. But it's not a national recorded low. It's just the Trump effect has made it low in these past 4 years. So it's still getting lower. It's still on the way of being good. Also, recent more news. With Canada. That whole thing with Canada was crazy, man. I had to cover that one, man. First off, with Canada, the new president. I mean, not new president, new prime minister. The new prime minister is in. They got their new prime minister. They got their new prime minister in. So he's not. I ain't gonna say he's more liberal. I ain't gonna say he's. They trying to say he's something just the same. They trying to say he probably like something the same. But this the kicker though. He don't have no. They say he don't have no background dealing with politics. This is background. Before entering politics, Mark Carney had distinguished career in finance and central banking where he worked at Golem Satchers for 13 years from 1988 to 2021. His various roles across London, Tokyo, New York, and focusing on severing debt emerging markets. In 2023, he joined the Bank of Canada deputy governor, becoming a governor in 2028. His role held to 2023. During his tenure, he navigated Canada through the global financial crisis, earning praises for his steady leadership. From 2023 to 2020, he served as governor of Bank of England, and that was their first non-Briton to hold that position, where he tackled Britain-related economic challenges and championed climate risk awareness in financial systems. But I mean, they say he don't have no political background, man. So Canada, man, I don't know what y'all trying to look for in a different prime minister, to be honest. But it's kind of tough for him because right now it's supposed to be like some kind of tariff war that's going on with Mexico, Canada, and China. So he gonna have to do a lot of work with that. But let's go to the Ontario situation, man. He tried. This is a credit thing, man. He tried. He tried to play this turf war with Trump. He actually tried it. Like he actually tried to do something. He tried to do something, to shake up the political background with this turf war or tariff war. And I gotta find that clip because it's funny though, because they was giving his comments about the tariffs, and he tried to oppose some type of he tried to oppose some type of tariffs too, because Michigan, many surrounding states are powered from Canada. I have heard that, like in Detroit, if you go to one of their lakes, you can look across and see Canada. But he tried to put a tariff. He tried to shut down electricity of. He tried to shut down electricity. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up the. I'm gonna try to look for that footage. But he tried to shut down electricity in America to put some type of tariff on it. I'm trying to look that up. But it was funny though. It was funny though because it was like this dude came around and tried to put his foot down where he couldn't do it. He ain't had no power to do that. But that's the thing about what Trump been doing with these tariffs. It ain't always about him just putting the price on stuff. That's not the whole ordeal. That's not the whole thing what he's trying to do. He's not trying to he ain't trying to just control the country. He's just trying to get stuff done. The problems right now that what's going on. Right now we got drugs coming. We got drugs and immigrants coming from both our borders. And these borders should be patrolled by our neighbors. Our neighbors are not doing their job as good citizens, not good citizens, but they not doing their job. And he had the nerve to try to knock out electricity. Ain't no way, bro. But that would just, show you what type of president we got. He tried to threaten the U.S. and cut off our electricity on citizens. But you know what Trump did? He said, hey, I'm putting 50% on tariffs. And later on, what he did, he took back that. He took back what's going on. He took back. Let me try to look for that one right quick. But he tried to put. He tried to though. He tried to do it though. He tried to though. It's funny though because he did that, and he later had to come on. He later had to go right back on TV and put that and let them know like, yo, I'm not doing that. Like, it was a good try though. He did try. He did try it though, because it was on some shit like these people did try to. He tried to put his foot down just like Trump did. He tried it, man. It was a good trial from Canada. But let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this footage, man, because it's funny though. Because you gotta look at it. I ain't trying to talk shit like it's like these other countries weak, but you gotta realize like you gotta put some of these countries in their place as if we're gonna be number one. That's what we gotta do. Here goes a clip right here.
3,600 products from 35 states. I talked to the governor of Kentucky and Mitch McConnell. Don't touch our bourbon. I'm going after absolutely everything. And I don't want to. We keep the lights on to 1.5 million homes in manufacturing in New York, in Michigan, and in Minnesota. If he wants to destroy our economy and our families, I will shut down the electricity going down to the U.S. And I'm telling you, we will do it. It's unfortunate. I would rather ship you more electricity, ship you more critical minerals. I want to ship you more energy, more potash to keep your farmers going, and uranium that you use for your nuclear power. It comes through from Saskatchewan over to Ontario, and it's going to be a massive, massive problem. I'm telling you, we love the Canadians love Americans. I love the U.S. Everyone does. And not one American friend. When I lived there for 20 years, I've talked to all of them. Hardcore Republicans are saying this is the biggest mistake President Trump has done, and we're dead against it. And I've yet to find one that supports him.
But he tried it though. He tried it though. I understand though, because it's like at the end of the day, man, you gotta do what's right for your people. You gotta do what's good for the people. But at the same time, man, this is America. You're not gonna try that. And it's crazy though, because what Trump do? He said, "Hey, you're gonna put a 25% tariff. Guess what we gonna do? We're gonna up it." He upped that motherfucker to 50%. And he upped that motherfucker, goddamn. He upped that motherfucker to 50%. tried to up it. But later on, he paused it though. He let people know that like, nah, I ain't. I'm trying to look for the footage right now, but it's kind of funny though. Hey, when Trump did that, but that's the only thing that you just gotta realize. Like, you gotta play this war right now. We gotta play this war as American citizens right now to get America back on track because it's right now. It's tough for us. It's tough for us as Americans right now. We gotta do what we gotta do to make sure America's first, and that's exactly what's going on. We can't be the ones that just giving away all this money and no one helping us out. We got to be the ones. Trump got to be the one that show that he cares about the American people, and that's great because that governor tried to knock us off. He tried to cut off the electricity on Americans. Think about that. How about that? If you care about what America stands for, if you care about what America is, they tried to cut off electricity on millions of Americans. Yeah, he tried that. But that's all I can say about that. But was it good though that he did that? I mean, at this point, you just gotta realize like it's with these tariff stuff, it's gonna be a very rocky road. As in, it's not gonna be no easy ride getting all these countries on the same page as us. He only got 4 years to make everything right. He only got 4 years to do 100 years of wrongdoing. So it's going to be some type of resistance towards the change. I mean, that's what it's going to be. And yeah, it's going to be some type of prices going up and down. It is. It's going to be some type of prices looking funny. But that's what's going on. But us people, we just got to stay here and still just stay on the ride and support it. We got to just stay on the ride. We can't let stuff cloud our judgment. 'Cause stuff like this does cloud judgment. It does make you feel like Trump ain't doing his thing. And I'm gonna show you the article because it couldn't last for that long. It ain't last that long. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has the government suspending his 25% surcharge exports to 3 U.S. states after securing a meeting in Washington. A day-foul escalation fueled between Donald Trump and Crescendon Ford announcement that surcharge he introduced on Monday will be suspended after the White House extended an olive branch. So that thing did not stick. While Ontario removed his 25% surcharge on energy sold to U.S. barely 24 after it was introduced, the U.S. has not said whether it will go ahead with the 50% tariffs on steel and impose a response. He took that back completely. He took that thing back completely.
Don't throw that in the trash.
Is someone there?
Down here, baby. You got a fear of grinding?
Well, no, but I was just
keeping food waste.
For real. You really thought that was gonna stick. But he tried it though. He tried it though. I ain't gonna be mad. You can't be mad at people who try to oppose, do stuff for their country. But at the same time, bro, you gotta realize, man, they've been doing this wrong for years. They've been doing this wrong for years. But you could just tell all of a sudden it's people who don't like Trump. But more they fight, though. But more they fight, what's going to happen? You're going to still get a good negotiator. He's just a good negotiator, man. I ain't going to hate. I ain't going to be mad at this. He doing for what he doing for his country, though. He gotta have to do for his people though. But watch this though. When you got a better negotiator as a president.
We will not back down. We will be relentless. I apologize to the American people that President Trump decided to have an unprovoked attack on our country, on families, on jobs, and it's unacceptable. Let's work together. Let's get to the table if he has issues, and let's sort this out. I will respond appropriately on the electricity. Stay tuned.
It is what it is at this moment, man. You can't do what it, I mean, this was meant to do what we got to do to keep America first, man. Will this thing change? Will it not? Will people just get along and just help America? Because it's been going on for years. This ain't no 1 or 2 years type of thing. It's been going on for years. The U.S. has been treated badly. We got a country right now that's going to do and put America first, bro. I don't care what anybody say. If you're an American right now, you're going to put American first. And that's point blank. I don't care what anybody say. But Trump doing the right thing, bro, with these tariffs. You got to do that. You got to do that. He's a great negotiator. He's a businessman. We just got, it's a lot of tension going on. Let's go to another news, man. It's funny. Well, not funny, but it's just crazy, man. Bill Burr appeared on Breakfast Club, right? It's a very funny TV show. Once again, you got another Elon hater. For some reason, Elon is the big talk of hate. Everybody hate Elon for some reason because he's doing what? I mean, it ain't like he was elected, but at the same time, bro, he's helping the cause. He's the person that's actually going in, taking his time out to help the president. Point blank. Ain't no hate. Why would you hate somebody that's he ain't getting no money out of it. These Democrats getting money out of it. Elon ain't getting nothing out of it. He doing charitable work that's not even charitable. But you got another comment towards it from Democrat supporter that just wanted to have their comments on certain things. Let's hear what you got to say.
Then, like a few years later, this guy Sieg Heil twice.
Two of them.
Once in the front, if you missed it in the back. And it's just like, he still has a job. That guy still has a job. I don't understand those guys. And this isn't politically. It's just like, I don't understand why they're so upset with this country. It's like, you're billionaires. I think it's working for you. Like, you know, why are you going and telling everybody, you know, justify what you do? It's like, fucking justify what you do. That piece of shit car that you're making that the government financed. No?
But you know what you just said? You said that Elon still has a job. He's the richest man in the world. There's nothing they can do to him. And that's all he proved. There's nothing anybody can do to him by throwing up when he did that. What do you take from him? He's not Kyrie Irving. He's not Kanye. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, but you keep, I don't know. Listen, I don't know how this shit works. I'm just saying that, you know, if you said the wrong thing as a comedian, all of a sudden you lost your TV
But
show.
you're not the richest man in the world. If you was the richest comedian in the world, ever.
What I don't get,
Imagine Bill Burr
what
with
I
Elon
don't
Musk
get
money.
is the amount of veterans that people in the armed services that died trying to stop Hitler. And then this guy comes in, you know, and does that while being an immigrant, too, which is kind of the whole thing. Just none of it like.
I mean, come on, man. What's the use of hating on him doing something for the American people? Why can't some of these leftists look at the fact that, yeah, there is overspending. Yes, there is wasteful spending. There is somebody who can find that wasteful spending, and they trying to give back to the American people. What's up with that? And it's like they try not to be political, but that's exactly what it's starting to sound like. You mad at this person for what? I thought that was the whole American life, is the you know, not American way, but I mean, not American life, but I thought that was the American way to help American out. I thought that was the whole way of doing it. But some people is so deranged. It's a real fucking sickness. I mean, come on. All he is going in there and helping. That should be a lesson taught to some of y'all overly successful people. Giving charity may not be the only way you can give back. There's many different ways, and shoot, Elon doing that. He is showing different ways to give back to this world, give back to the society. It don't have to be, oh, I gave 500,000. 500,000? Is that what it is nowadays? We so cooped up about money that we just feel like giving money back to these organizations, to these NGOs, that we later found out that these NGOs are basically another fucking pot for these Democrats to spend our money. So giving money is not the way no more. Giving money is not our way of giving back no more. Elon did it. Elon showed that. Elon showing you that I don't have to give you my money in my pocket. I can just give you my time. But it's starting to look like an Elon deranged. To be honest, it's starting to look like an Elon deranged. It's starting to look like Elon deranged. You know, it's like everybody who went on the other side, they hate you. They feel like you're a betrayer, all the way down to RFK. But everybody can talk about January 6th. But all these protests has ended up with the equal or more damage towards America. But I guess one side is justified. One side is it's a civil protest. That's how some people look at it. I'm gonna show y'all another Elon deranged protest that's costing millions.
We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you.
Wow.
And
Well,
if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
So, I mean,
we have people we're locking.
Exactly. It's getting to that point. That's why you gotta take a break from some of these politics, because you got radical right, and left people that's taking these politics overboard. The fact that these people are burning, destroying cars, just because he voted for a different person. That's where it's getting to. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. That's a whole way to protest, by destroying where you was born at, destroying where you grew up at. That's supposed to be a good way to protest. I feel like it's not. Shoot, to be honest, if you're gonna protest. Shoot, I like some of these people that's selling cars. Sell your car. If you feel like Elon, you and Elon, you feel like if you feel like the car that you drive ain't on the same political insights as you are, go ahead, stop driving that car, man. Go ahead and sell it, man. It's a good way to go about it. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead and do it. Because you're not saving America by messing up all these Tesla lots, these Teslas. You're not doing nobody a favor doing that. I mean, that's the truth. If you're supposed to be helping America, do like this guy.
Here in Washington, driving to work for the last time in my Tesla. When I bought this thing, I didn't think it was going to become a political issue. Every time I get in this car in the last 60 days or so, it reminds me of just how much damage Elon Musk and Donald Trump is doing to our country. Talking about slashing Social Security, cutting healthcare benefits for poor people, for seniors. It's one bad thing after the next. He's firing veterans. I'm a veteran, so I have a really hard time driving around in this thing. So I think it's time for an upgrade today. So this is going to be my last trip in this car.
First of all, that's false. Trump already said that he's not getting away, he's not getting rid of no Social Security. He's not doing none of that. He's not doing that. How many times he got to tell the American people he's not getting rid of Social Security? He's not doing that. Like, what's the use of keep repeating that? The Democrat Party is like making up their own stuff. They're making up their own lies. Everybody's starting to see it. I don't know if you're a Democrat or not, but if I see you sell your Tesla because of one problem, oh yeah, you got to be a Democrat. But the thing about it, the Democratic fucking favorable approval rating is at its lowest. Nobody sees them as a person that's doing their job. You can look at the approval ratings of this video.
Welcome Inside Politics Sunday. I'm Manu Raju. First up this morning, a brand new exclusive CNN poll that paints a brutal reality for Democrats as they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party's brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals. It is a big shift from where the party stood at the start of Trump's first term in 2017. Now, this survey was taken before this week's tumultuous battle over funding the government, which resulted in one of the ugliest intra-party Democratic disputes in years, and left many in the party lobbing furious attacks at Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, who ultimately reversed course and let a GOP bill funding the government become law in order to avert a shutdown. Now a bitter round of finger-pointing is taking shape after Democrats failed to get a single concession from the GOP, despite having their first...
Yeah. And you're starting to get that, too. You're starting to get people looking at the Democratic Party as a crazy group of people, man. But that's not bad that you get some of these Democrats are starting to turn their head and saying, y'all, we got to change. They got to change. They got to change what the fuck they represent. I'm glad that Chuck Schumer did that. I'm glad. There's no problem with that. That's actually a smart way to go about it. That's also a professional way to go about it. We got a president right now he represents both parties, and you gonna come against it. He's a holdout, sitting down, fucking president. Come on, man. You got it. It's starting to slowly come along. It's starting to slowly come along. People are starting to come to their senses. People, the Democrats are starting, the more Democrats are starting to look and say, yo, I can't keep on coming interference with what the American people want. It's not good. It's not bad. Trump said, congratulations, Chuck Schumer, for doing the right thing. It took guts and courage. The big tax cuts, LA Fire, Fix Fire, debt ceiling bill, and so much more is coming. We should all work together on this, on that very dangerous situation. A non-pass would be a country destroyer. Approval will lead us to a new heights. Again, really, really good and smart move by Senator Schumer. This could lead to something big for the U.S., a whole new direction for a beginning. Donald J. Trump. You gotta give applause for that. You gotta give applause for that. I ain't mad. Because it's at the end of the day, we gotta look at the fact that we gotta look at the fact that there's gonna be some deranged people out there. You can be deranged. You can have your own political views, but at this point, man, we gotta have the Congress work together, and we gotta do what's right. We gotta come together, bring unity. Because without unity, bro, we ain't gonna be a strong country. We're not gonna be a surviving country. you know, I'm glad Chuck Schumer came to his senses, and I'm ready for a golden age too. Yes, sir, man. Final thought, man. I can't, you know, I took long enough. I try to get y'all some more news, and it is what it is, man. Just know next week there's gonna be more news coming. I'm glad that y'all tuning in and supporting. But my final thought is, man, it's really we gotta make a change. I don't care who is accountable for this change. We gotta make a change for the American people. We gotta make a change for the American lifestyle. We just gotta make a change. Because right now, where we heading to deep, I'm talking about deep in the ground. We're moving to a direction that was kind of ugly. We're moving to a direction to our lowest. And right now, we gotta make correction. We gotta have a course correction. And if you're a person that was on one side for years and you got the courage of saying, we gotta do something different, I salute you. Because it's tough. It's damn well tough to go against the grain when you don't have support, when you don't have someone back you up, but still keep on going. I congratulate everybody who still was tuned in, and we're gonna make some changes. It's gonna better this podcast. We're gonna make changes, but you already know. Tune in next week. Dish out the same stuff. But you already know, this your boy Bigger Dave, and this is First Game